The UK Conservative leadership candidates Rishi Sunak and Truss have agreed to keep the controversial Rwanda immigration scheme. Both have promised to push ahead with sending hundreds of asylum seekers to Rwanda, a plan that stalled last month after intervention by the European Court of Human Rights.
So far this year, more than 14,000 migrants have arrived in the UK in small boats. Today, both candidates vying for the leadership of their party and the country have been setting out their plans to try and stop them.
There is absolutely nothing racist about wanting Britain to have secure borders that work.
Talking tough in a new campaign video, today the former Chancellor, out pulling pints in Cheshire, told party members the system is broken.
For too long, people have felt that our borders are not secure enough. I voted for Brexit in part to have control of our borders, and I now want to deliver on that. It's a priority for me, it's a priority for the country, and as Prime Minister, I will apply the same grip and determination to that as I did to getting this country through COVID.
The Foreign Secretary wasn't out campaigning today herself, but supporters say she's determined to do whatever it takes to tackle the issue.
It's about focusing on what the public are saying to us and are concerned that people are entering illegally and that we need to, well, be sensitive, but we need to be firm and robust.
In his 10-point plan, Rishi Sunak vowed to tighten the definition of who qualifies for asylum, as well as creating an annual cap on the number of refugees accepted. Truss, meanwhile, pledged to create a strengthened Bill of Rights to reinforce the legal basis for tackling the issue. Mrs Sunak says foreign countries' access to aid, trade and visas should be made dependent on accepting the return of failed asylum seekers. Ms Truss says she'll increase border force numbers by 20% and will look again at controversial plans to force boats to turn back in the Channel. Both candidates are wholehearted in their support of the plan to send asylum seekers to Rwanda and have pledged to pursue deals with other countries too. So far, no flights have actually taken off due to legal challenges, with the £120 million already paid out said to be lost if the High Court rules the policy unlawful. Charities argue it's unethical.
Well, whoever becomes our next Prime Minister really does need to rethink our whole approach to refugees and asylum, because the last few months we've seen an approach that's really impractical but also deeply inhumane.
While both candidates argue over the legality and viability of each other's proposals, both know they need to have a plan to tackle an issue of key importance to both party members and the country at large, as every day the numbers attempting the dangerous crossing continue to rise.